They put a lot of time to get to this point. You don't just pick up the game and just click the dots to a 7-star level. A lot of these guys are putting a lot of time and effort. And especially to get into the German team, for the new players, they have to place well in an in-house German tournament. You don't just get picked because, oh, you did all right in solo. You have to get a top spot in a German tournament to get this spot for some of these new names. So these guys worked to get into this team.
Yeah, that's another thing as well. Like, obviously, you can be a really, really good player when it comes to solo, but do you have what it takes to be a tournament player? Like, you got to deal with nerves, you've got to deal with consistency, building consistency, and all kinds of stuff like that. Getting into the roles, though, we have Dust Ice getting a 73 and Fallen getting a 74. Oof. Very close rolls there.
Oh, God. There's some big rolls as well. Oh, apparently they picked Moscow as the warm-up. I love that. Didn't get a chance to show it yet, but that's a bit of Russia-Germany solidarity there. I love that.
Yeah, I'm actually really sad that we missed that one, but getting into the pick and ban phase, we have Germany banning out Broken Moon, and now we're just waiting on Russia's ban. Gotta wonder what it might be. I'm thinking they might opt for some double time based on that performance. The other thing as well is that Germany banning out Broken Moon could either be them not being comfortable on it, or maybe they had a chance to study the MP link, because Russia actually did play Broken Moon in their lobby.
Yeah, they did. But honestly, I mean, that was a good pick for Canada, but Canada won that quite handily. I don't think, and the thing is, Russia have banned AR8 hidden almost every round, but so have Germany. I guess Germany just really doesn't want to play that low AR.
Yeah, I mean, they banned out Ding last time round, so it's not really that much of a surprise. And when it comes to the free mod, they also have the option of going Hard Rock, and they did really well with Hard Rock on that last time. I believe Dust Ice actually had an FC, or was it? Or maybe it was... Let me double check that.
I think it was damn close either way. These bans are actually really curious. Russia banned Hard Rock 1, Airman. And they actually won that in the head-to-head. They won that, because both teams played that last match. Although it was very close. And Russia are a very good Hard Rock team. I guess so are Germany. They must be a bit intimidated by the roster they have. But I honestly think either of those wouldn't have been too one-sided either way.
It's hard to say whether or not they've taken a good look at the MP link and if they're using it. Either that, or maybe it could just be a case of how they feel on the day kind of thing. Like, you know, sometimes, as you said, warm-up does play a role in this. So maybe they've warmed up, they've tried it, and they've seen that they can't really match that score consistently, if not beat it. So maybe they don't really want to risk that kind of thing. But I mean, with a map like that, it's kind of expected for it to go either way. Like, it's essentially, you know, random misses occur on that map very, very often. So the chance of Dust Ice seeing, you know, it could be like a 50-50 almost sometimes. But I guess the same goes for the players on the side of Russia, and I don't know if they want to take that chance.
Yeah, perhaps. For sure, that the run they had on Airman was all down to a godlike performance from Alametri. Alametri nearly FC'd that when they played against Canada, so I guess relying on that one person isn't very reliable, even if it's a player like Alametri. It's a scary prospect, because if he misses, then you might just be shooting yourself in the foot. First map is going to be Enigma, and this was a good map for Russia.
Yeah, this is their pick, correct? I believe it's... Yep.
Yeah, it is. They had a big win against Canada on this, hoping to start out with a big point here, but they're against a team who are also very good at streams. And here we go. You can place your bets. Don't envy anyone trying to make a prediction on this one. But one of these two teams are going out and the other one will be taking a top 3 spot. The last remaining top 3 spot alongside the US and the UK.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you know, if you make it to top 3, you solidify yourself a badge, so this is pretty much badge on the line here as well. Yeah, getting into this first map, we have quite a lot of misses happening across the board. Got Dust Ice, Hello Watcher dropping, Fallen and Talala as well. 2 full combos against each other though. As I say that though, Okanamo and Fallen drop. Kitsu is also down. It's all down to Red Pixel and Rising.
Rising find a break as well. Though the only FC left is Red Pixel, and he saw it at the break. He knows he is the man in the mirror right now. You wouldn't put it past him to keep his cool though.
Yeah, Red Pixel is an absolute monster, and I mean he's showing it right now.
Starting to pull away with the lead. They're not getting very far though. Combos on Germany are fighting them off. A break from Red Pixel is going to be brutal at this point. The map doesn't let up. It essentially streams all the way to the end from this point. Might just have done it.
Red Pixel, the absolute monster.
Oh.
He just outdid his own performance on the last time. What? For coming in with a full combo on Enigma. That's a machine right there. That's a machine.
An absolute boss right there. Red Pixel right out the gate. They hoped for a big point on this one, and it came up dividends. It was quite close in the end, but Red Pixel made sure there wasn't any weirdness there. First point goes to Russia. Oh, okay. Next pick is going to be the low approach rate free mod from Germany. I mean, it's free mod, and they have the hard rock players to hard rock this, but this is a curious pick from the Germans. They don't usually go for the low AR choice.
Yeah, the thing about this map though is that they played hard rock last time they did, and they did really well on it despite having those hard rock mods. So you can probably expect 2 hard rocks again. Once again, Kagami coming in, and Dust Ice is probably also going to be going with hard rock for this. You know, looking to beat Russia on potentially a low approach rate pick for them. You never know. Being Russia, they're probably going to go hard rock on this one.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing a lot of hard rock. And well, yeah, previously Germany getting nearly 3 million across the board on this is a very hard score to beat. But Russia was such a good hard rock team. Their individuals could do excellently on a map like this. This map being low circle size. So CS 6.5 for the hard rock players, and for the others dealing with AR 8.2. With lots of weird kick slider patterns and stream patterns and overlapping weirdness. It's a nasty one to read without hard rock.
Yeah, this is rather evil. And we're seeing once again Germany going with the 2 hard rocks, and Russia is actually going for hard rock and hidden. So one player is taking the bullet and going with low approach rate density. I mean, I guess all the no-mod players are too, but hidden is pretty evil on a map like this.
Yeah. Okinatora taking that makes sense. He's a very decent hidden player. Maybe not the ideal, but he's capable. For sure. At the moment, he's the early runner. Everyone else breaking on Russia apart from him.
Yeah, this is definitely proving to be a very smart pick from Germany. I'm actually surprised that this isn't their ban more than anything from Russia, because with how they performed on it, Russia would have had to have had some really good scores in their practice in order to leave a map like this open against Germany. But it really depends on whether or not they've been referring to MP links and all sorts of stuff like that.
Yeah, I'd imagine they might have not been aware, possibly. Their band seemingly being on quite an even map between the two. And this one's looking like another strong pick. Gotta say, Okinatori's score, though, is pretty insane. 99% at this point, but the harder part is to come. Here it goes.
Yeah, Okinatori is doing really, really well on this map with Hidden. But then you've also got Dust Ice coming in with a hard rock full combo at the moment as well. Matching that with 99 mod advantage, technically, because of the multiplier.
Yeah, that and the ACK as well. Dust Ice is just an absolute machine. Okinamo's backing him up, and Kagami's doing really well as well, nearly 99% from one of the hard rock mains of the German team. Yeah, an excellent pick. It caught out, well, everyone apart from Okinatore, really. Folland brought it back, but as a team, wasn't going to be for Russia here. Good pick from Germany.
Yeah, definitely a smart choice from them. Dust Ice once again having a stellar performance on that map. That's 2 back-to-back full combos from him on that map with Hard Rock, 99%.
Just a walk in the park for him. No problems at all. But with that Ack as well, just shows how comfortable he was with that. But across the board from Germany, yeah, the lowest score being 673k is very high.
Yeah, not to mention as well, Hello Watcher also coming in with 99.6 accuracy on no mod. Because you got to remember that even the no mod players are playing this on a pretty uncomfortable approach rate for most people. But Okinatore's score was also really good for a hidden player. Only getting 2 misses and 98%. Definitely a lot of credit across that board.
Yeah, a lot of just sick performances on that one. I mean, I don't want to say that's hidden favoured, sorry, hard rock favoured, but it's certainly not easy with hidden. I'll tell you that much.
I mean, at the rate that they're going, Germany is making that map look hard rock favoured though.
Yeah, it's making it look ridiculous. Next pick from Russia, and they are going to be going for Platinum, which is the Ruruchi no mod. Very slider heavy. Lots of fast slider velocity kick sliders and tricky burst streams, spaced alternating patterns.
Yeah, you've got all sorts of like accelerator style things going on here. You've got to keep your cursor control at an all-time high in order to play this map efficiently.
It's quite a short one. You can get away with a good run if just things click into place for you, but really, this one, it just comes down to being a slider test and trying not to miss a lot of those slider ends with a high slider SV. And also the bit in the middle, full of cut streams, which is probably the hardest part of the map to be consistent on. Lots of quads in weird square shapes that make you jump from one to the other after a slow bit.
Yeah, definitely a lot of opportunities for breaking on this map, especially with those sliders as you mentioned and just all the tricky patterns. This, I would be very surprised to see a full combo on, but I wouldn't count it out on these two teams.
I think we'll see one between the teams. Maybe two, but I think this is actually one of the maps that maybe might have a higher chance for full combos, although it's still very difficult. Just because it's so short. You can get away with it.
I mean, I would expect some S ranks for sure.
Oh yeah,
S ranks without a doubt. But full combos, maybe.
Get a few fake S's, yeah. Germany didn't play this last match. Russia did. They got 2.1 million. I think we had about 400, 500k across the board from all 4 of their players around about. But I do recall Germany doing very well on these similar sort of maps in previous pools. They certainly won't be any stranger to this.
Yeah, I believe they actually had a pretty solid performance in Pandemonium, if I'm not mistaken, from one of the previous pools. But yeah, Red Pixel is definitely going to be one to look out for on this map. Had the highest score in the match against Canada. And I mean, Red Pixel is also a very, very star player. You know, just been performing insane so far. We've seen it on that map to begin with, Enigma FC coming in right off the bat.
Yeah, you'd want to keep him in while he's performing like this. You wouldn't want to swap him out, at least unless he absolutely cannot play it. Good start early on from Russia. 2 breaks before the hard part kicked in on Germany's side.
Yeah, getting into one of those slider heavy sections. A lot of breaks will be expected here. Kagami dropping there for Germany. Fallen is the only player to break on the side of Russia. They're all getting through that stream. Another slider section, which we could see some breaks happening on potential. Rising with another drop. Rising seems to be having a little bit of trouble with this map. Just drops left, right, and center. Other than that, oh my goodness, but that's very good for Germany. 3 players on the side of Russia dropping their Fallen Red Pixel Kitsu all down.
Synchronized. I think it's just Okinatori left with the FC for Russia here, and he's up against an FC from Halo Watcher and some bigger combos from Dust Ice and Kagami there.
We are at the halfway point, and Russia does have a pretty convincing lead. Rising has broken a fair bit as well, that's another thing to mention, but there isn't FCs on the side of Germany besides Halo Watcher, so it's 1 FC against each other along with 2 high combos. A lot of players breaking there. Oh my goodness, that's detrimental though for Russia. All combos down. Halo Watcher is still full comboing.
Everyone from Germany comboed through the cut stream section, apart from Rising. Those are 3 huge combos, and they are going to run away with that score lead. The multiplier, pretty insane at this point.
Yeah, this was definitely looking very convincing to go towards Russia, but now it's just going right back in favor of Germany, and they are running away with this lead. There is no stopping them. Halo Watcher is breaking as I say his name. I definitely didn't curse that one. That wasn't me.
Blame the map.
Blame the map. But yeah, very solid performance from Halo Watcher. Dust Ice also coming in with nearly the same score. I think that was probably an accuracy difference, almost, despite having about 100 or 200 less combo.
Look at all those S ranks. Yeah, definitely quite a few of those. 3 slider breaks on the German side, but a whole lot of good scores. Well, those 3 S ranks held a lot of value. That's essentially what decided that one.
Yeah, the big drop from Russia there really made the difference for that map. If they managed to hold on to those full combos, it would have been a lot closer. But yeah, they just ran away as soon as they had that upper end.
Like I say, it was looking like a good pick, but it was just the synchronized misses on that last spaced stream before the slow part. And that's a nasty one. A lot of breaks happened there. But it was looking good until that.
Now, Germany looking to beat Russia at their own game. But essentially, Germany is just looking to make it their own game at this point.
If they can take this, it's going to be handy for them, a nice little cushion. But this map's not necessarily a comfortable one.
I think this is a really, really smart pick for Germany here, because they just won on Platinum, which is not the same, but it does have some slight similarities to this map. You know, obviously you got another one of those very slider heavy maps, along with a couple little stream paths. But
yeah, it's got the
I think this is a really smart pick.
Yeah, it's got the heavy slider, high slider velocity style going on. Yeah, I agree, and that worked out really well. So
yeah, because I think they're just looking to go on the momentum with this one. You know, having won on that last pick, they're just going to want to go straight into this, while Russia's, you know, maybe feeling nervous a little bit, maybe not so warmed up for the high velocity sliders. Not quite sure what it is.
Well,
gonna have to wait and see on this one.
They did alright last time, but yeah, they're gonna have to find a bit of that consistency on this sort of thing. But this map is certainly a tougher one, I'd say, than Platinum is. The patterns in this one are much more uncomfortable than in Platinum.
Yeah, without a doubt. Another thing to note as well is that Germany has the knowledge of how Russia plays on this map, whereas Russia does not have that knowledge at all. Germany didn't play this map in their match.
See, Nico DS come in on this one for Russia. That's a sensible pick. He had some really good plays on Hard Rock in the previous match. Also seen Alametri come in. Another pretty obvious swap in. We want him in for this Hard Rock type of map. Such an excellent mechanically focused player.
A lot of breaks from Russia. This is looking good for Germany at the moment. This is a very, very smart pick from them, I believe. But definitely a lot of room for some comeback. Fallen is still holding on strong, along with Kitsu.
So a few nasty jumps in this section. A little bit to go before a slow part. If they combo to that slow part, could hurt. And they do. Big combos for Germany in this slow section.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Russia at all, because after this stream is pretty much where a lot of the breaks really start happening, if they happen. If you are on the Russian side and you manage to combo through this end section, you are just a monster for making your team able to have some sort of comeback at this point. But I wouldn't count it out. Russia, very strong hard rock team.
As I said, the way both teams are playing is pretty nuts. Getting FCs to that point, there were 5 FCs to that section, which is a lot of full combos for this map at that section.
Yeah, that part claimed a lot of combos, but there's still 2 high combos from the side of Russia. I don't know if there's enough time, because Halawatcher and Dust Ice are still holding on to full combos as well.
Gonna take an implosion at this point. I don't want to say anything, but if they don't break, that's insane.
And there's 2 full combos coming in from Halawatcher and Dust Ice on terminal with Hard Rock. Are you kidding me right now?
That is ridiculous. Getting 1 FC on that one is usually enough to carry your team. But
what even is Germany at the moment?
This team's insane. That's ridiculous. I mean, the 2 players that you'd expect to do well on this for sure, but seeing it in action is a spectacle. Wow. The thing is, both teams did really well. The entirety of the Russian team had 800 combo plus, which is ridiculous. But then again, so did Germany. Even 700 combo is good. Everyone did well on that one, but Germany.
Yeah,
wow.
the combos on this map overall from both sides are insane. Like seeing both teams make it to, the 700-800s, even 900s for most players, that's just insane. But let alone having Halawatcher and Dust Ice full combo that map. Words, where are they?
God, both teams are really showing up. But for all the endeavour of Russia, they still find themselves 2 points behind. Early days, though. But Germany looking very, very strong in these early stages. They have only 1 Hard Rock left, and it is the small circle size map, which Russia did. They do have some bad memories of that one. Maybe that one could be leveraged, but we'll see.
I think that's probably going to be a smart pick for Germany at that point, maybe. They are just booming at the moment. I mean, Russia has banned Hard Rock against Germany, and I would say it's for a good reason, especially after that. But even then, they did have some good scores to compete. But it's just, I think Hard Rock is very... It's it could go either way. But with the way that Germany is playing right now, I would say it's just going to go in Germany's favor.
Yeah. I mean, when it did appear in the last match, Russia did win it, because in that one, both teams had a fail. But nevertheless, that failed. It sows the seed of doubt. Although, yeah, like I say, that one really could go either way, regardless of how it went against Canada. But we'll soon see. Russia mulling over their next pick, still plenty on the board to leverage. No DT has been played yet. I wonder if we'll see that now. Because that's good for both teams. Could be a comfort pick for either of them, although they know that the other team will be able to match them, potentially. Even if you didn't do your research on the MP link, you must know.
Oh boy, and now it's time for a bit of speed. Everything will freeze. The free mod pick.
Yep, it's still going down the route of speed. Not DT though, but Russia had an excellent performance on this previously. Red Pixel with an FC against Canada. They'll be hoping to repeat that today. On the same token, Germany had very high scores as well, with Dust Ice nearly full comboing it himself.
With how he's playing today, I don't doubt that's a possibility. But Red Pixel, on the other hand, as well, has also had a very stellar performance coming into this. So you could expect both players full comboing. I really hope this one's going to be close.
Yeah,
I'm expecting this one to be close.
Yeah, flip a coin. That's what this one's going to be.
I think that's what this whole match is going to be. Because both of these teams, like, they're just playing out of their minds right now.
Yeah, both teams have one player that has been so good on this sort of thing. And, well, depending on how they turn up, could go either way. We're seeing all hiddens, no hard rocks here. Makes sense. I mean, this map is much harder with hard rock.
Yeah, I would say hard rock is probably only viable if you are someone who is capable of doing 240 BPM streams comfortably, and even then, probably better off just putting you in the safe route of going with no mod and forcing the other players on hit. Because, you know, accuracy is going to be a big thing, especially if a full combo comes in. Looking like a smart pick from Russia so far, though. We've got a couple of drops in the beginning on that section from Germany. Gnarly and Okinama dropping.
Yep, that weird jump section, a diamond set of jumps catching both hidden players out.
Yeah, it's like a sideways diamond. Collected Gnarly and Okinama's combo.
Map doesn't change a lot, it's very consistent in difficulty. It gets slightly tougher as the map goes on through spacing. It's more or less streams the whole way through. Red Pixel won't be FCing it this play, he does find a break. Holding excellent accuracy though, still has the best accuracy in the room. His team is backing him up as it stands, coming through this verse. Verses are slightly easier than the choruses in terms of stamina. The AK is becoming a bit of a problem for Russia though. They have the combo advantage, but the AK favor is mightily in the lead for Germany here, and they're not getting very far because of that, in terms of the score lead.
Yeah, something to note as well is that the AK is actually on Russia, but it's on the combo that dropped. Red Pixel is the one with 99, the other players are still holding on, but with lower accuracies.
Yeah, that's the kicker really. But they are still in a good spot. Especially with it being only 1 FC to 3 there. Once Bancho catches up, there we go. Almost.
Yeah, the map is just too fast for Bancho at this point. Especially with how the players are performing on it. I mean, we've got Dust Ice going wild, Talala, Aksub, and Aiden still holding on to full combos.
Oh, Gnarly's not happy. The smoke coming out in the break.
Okinama missing right at the end of that stream. I believe that was on a single that was behind the stream.
The longer this map goes on, the more that red bar grows. Dust Ice can't do this on his own. He has the best FC in the room right now, but it's not going to be enough. Well, Aksubi has higher score due to his mod in terms of AK. Dust Ice is ahead.
Yeah, the accuracy with hidden on that one is insane as well, though. Russia definitely making a smart choice picking this one. They are just soaring away with this lead. No questions asked. Unless we see some sort of random fail coming in at the end here. Oh my goodness! Almost happened.
That was, yeah, a little bit dicey there. People breaking, but there are two FCs on the board.
Yeah, there's plenty of time for them to get those combos back right at the surely.
Oh my goodness. Another scary performance from both teams, but the winner will be Russia on that one. Players left early, hence the weirdness, but Russia took that one. Hidden full combo from Talala and that AK from Dust Ice.
Yeah, Dust Ice. 99.51, 10 100s. Crazy performance. And Talala with a hidden FC as well. Both teams doing very well, but once again, Russia just proving so strong on that map.
Yeah, really good pick. They blitzed their previous score on that one. As a team, that was insane. They had 3 full combos at the end streams. Not many teams are going to beat that. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, I mean, they had their best performance on it so far. We've seen from the last match they had a significantly lower score, actually. I think it was like 2.5 mil or something.
Yeah, 2.58.
Crazy. Just crazy how much of a step up they put on that one there. But yeah, so Germany is going for the third hard rock, which is Signet. This one's going to be very interesting, looking to play with Russia's nerves a little bit, and especially with how they've been doing on hard rock. They did actually have a fail in this map, so maybe Germany might be trying to look to abuse that again, if that's a possibility. Gotta wonder if it was just caused by nerves or if it was a random fail or something, but whatever it was, Germany is hoping for it to happen again. Either that or they're hoping to beat Russia on this one. And with how they're doing on hard rock, I wouldn't count it out. They've been doing so well. Dust Ice is absolutely on fire. I don't think there's been a map that he hasn't performed really well on.
Nope. There hasn't been a map he hasn't performed on today. This is the second match. Man's a monster. And yeah, I'd agree. I think this is a good pick for Germany, but Russia have the ability. Of course. I think it was a fail from Talalar, it was. It was fairly uncharacteristic, so. I imagine Talalar would have tried to rectify that for this one. But we'll see, because the last stream in this, it's a big fail point. Anyone could fail that on the wrong day. This map is small circle-sized hard rock. Quite streamy, but fairly balanced as well with some jumps. But the streams are where the difficulty comes in on this one. Quite short as well. Just under 2 minutes. A lot of combos coming through that first tough section. Slower part here leading into the big chorus. But at the moment, advantage Russia with 3 FCs to 2. That's only 1 FC to 3. Russia in a good spot here. They're already blitzing their old score even without the fail. This is a big improvement from Russia. Massive, just Talalar with the break.
Yeah, fails can make the difference on a map like this. It is very possible for those to happen, especially with that stream at the end. You know, whether you're nervous or whether or not you just misread the pattern altogether, gotta be really careful on that one. Any loss of aim control or nerves involved and you're just gonna have a failed score.
Here we go.
All players getting through it, but yeah, Russia having a stellar performance on that one. They absolutely dominated their last score. They got 1.6 million last time. And now they're getting 3.5. That is a huge step up. This is the hard rock country we're looking at.
Yeah, that's exactly what you'd expect. They over doubled that score. Sure, that had a fail, and there was no fails here. Talalar saving this one and getting a decent score to boot. Respectable. Kagami unfortunately getting a fail, but it wouldn't have mattered. Dust Ice, the only FC on Germany's side there. Coming up against a wall of Russian scores. And they tie up the series 3-3. Approaching the halfway point here, and both teams really having some good performances here.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Neko DS, one of those really, really standout hard rock players, and they are showing up. 98% FC on that last map is very, very impressive. Small circles and aim control, along with act control as well. That is a very hard map to hack. I mean, when you see Dust Ice getting a 97 and other players getting around 96, it's not easy.
Good Dust Ice. He is on 4 out of 6 full combos at this point. He has only missed on 2 maps. On a finals map pool. Holy. But he's got plenty more to go. Even despite that, all he can do is even the scoring. Still all 3 DTs open, and I think it's going to be sooner rather than later when we see one, and there it is. kind of pick that both teams would have been eyeing up. Approach rate 8.8, super streamy, 230 BPM, so not terribly fast, but high approach rate and high spacing on streams and jumps. It's modern double time, as you'd expect it to be.
This is a very big surprise to me. This is one of those ones where I don't know whether or not Russia is like performing really well on this, or I guess maybe based on their performance on Everything Will Freeze, maybe they're going for some comfort zone kind of pick, because this is, as you mentioned, very, very burst streamy, kind of similar to Everything Will Freeze, except with a little bit more aim involved. But yeah, based on their performance on Everything Will Freeze, I think this is a smart pick for Russia, but Germany is definitely not a team to underestimate on a map like this. They did have a really, really good performance last time.
Yeah, like they're an excellent DT country as well. They can definitely match Germany, especially after how they did on the streams on Everything Will Freeze, yeah. This isn't too much of a far cry from that, apart from the higher approach rate. It's actually slower, it's lower BPM than Everything Will Freeze.
Yeah, we got lower BPM and higher approach rate coming in. So a bit of a change in pace.
No slow starts from anyone, very even start, minor combo lead for Russia now, and now it's no longer a minor one, 2 breaks from Germany in that chorus. Bit more tough stream section to go. And Russia come out ahead, 3 FCs to 2 in favour of Russia, entering this slightly easier section.
Combo drops for Germany, not looking good. Just past the halfway point though. Any breaks here make a huge difference. There's one for Russia.
Oh, he miscued his aim, Neko DS, that's unfortunate, but his team's still holding strong. He's in a good spot still, but there is a combo lead for Germany here.
Yep, Germany is going to be taking this one back. Getting through that stream, Talala drops on it. Accuracy is also well in favor. Dust Ice, what is this man?
What is he doing? And Okinamo as well. All the FCs are doing really well. Aiden doing well, even though he's behind on the AC.
What are they doing? Okinawa, Dust Ice, you guys are machines. Red Pixel.
Aiden gets the break, but it's not going to matter anyway. The team performance from Germany too much.
I don't understand how players can comfortably 99 maps like this. How do they do it? Okinawa, Dust Ice, Red Pixel. Oh, Red Pixel just falling short of a 99 at the end there. But even still, those performances are insane. Aiden also coming up with a 4-digit combo. Doing well for Russia, but my goodness, both of those teams had insane performances. They both outperformed their last match. So, you know, they are playing their best right now. And you can see it happening.
This is such a high-level match. This is definitely the highest level match we've had so far in this tournament. The level of play is astronomical right now.
Both of these teams beat their previous scores on this map by 500k, roughly 500k. That's just insane to see that much of a step up.
I mean, whether they've been working on it or not, they'd be happy with that score, but Germany's score was just that bit more. That score would have probably beaten most teams from Russia.
Also, I know we've been mentioning the man's name a lot, but Dust Ice has full comboed 5 out of 7 maps in this tournament, or in this match so far, on a finals pool. What? I don't understand.
He's got to miss eventually.
He has to be.
It's like rule of averages at this point.
He has to be one of the MVPs of this tournament. Honestly, like, if there was a voting for best player of like OWC or something like that, he would be well up there. If not best player, like MVP for a team.
What next for Germany? They get the next pick. And after that DT performance, that other high AR might be enticing. And it is. They're going for Romantic Fall, which is the other high approach rate double time pick.
This is the thing that Germany has been doing. They've been playing their picks really, really well. They take one pick from Russia, and then they pick something similar to it. I'm really liking how they're doing. Because I mean, they did it with Platinum, straight into Terminal. Now they're doing it once again with that double time pick, straight into another high approach rate double time pick. They just want to go with the momentum train while they're on.
Yeah, for that performance, you might as well just keep it going, because if you pick something else and go into that later, you might not be ready for it. Well, they got that mindset, because this map, it's not nearly as streamy, but that high approach rate means you're going to be comfortable on the reading. And this map comes down more to awkward aim patterns, which is something that Germany are going to be very good at. Dust Ice is very good at that older style double time map with the weird aim. And the way he's been playing, really, you wouldn't against him ever seeing this too, maybe. Russia have those players that are good at older style stuff as well, though. It's also really long, this. This is 4 minutes long, with double time.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those endurance picks on double time. You don't see many of those, you know, not the long-lasting double time pick. But we've seen quite a lot of those this tournament, actually. We've been managing to get a few 4-minute double times in to spice things up a little bit. But yeah, getting into that high approach rate one. I'll honestly be really, really surprised to see if this is the 6th full combo for Dust Ice, but because this is quite a hard one to consistently FC. You know, you've got high approach rate to deal with. Not many players are usually very comfortable on this kind of approach rate without hidden, whereas Dust Ice is actually one of the few players that tends to go with double time only, actually.
Yeah. It's completely different. A lot of players feel like putting hidden on the high approach rate double time increases the time you have to react. Hence why people take hidden a lot on high approach rate double time.
Yeah, usually it's mostly a comfort thing for a lot of players as well. So, but I mean, if you're a player that plays either both or without hidden when it comes to this kind of approach rate, I mean, Godspeed to you, you're going to do well on a map like this.
Just an early break from Aiden, splitting the two teams up in that intro. Relatively easier section here until after the next break. Good spot for Germany to rack up a little bit of advantage before the next tough section.
Yeah, I think the one thing we've noticed from Russia at the moment is it seems like they're doing a lot of work to try and hold on to combos as much as they can, like try and beat Germany at the combo game, because I think that's honestly the best thing you can do at the moment. With how they've been performing in terms of their accuracy across the board, they have just been doing insane. You know, you've seen a lot of 99s from Germany, whereas when it comes to Russia, you usually see 1 or 2 coming in. But they are also, Russia is also doing really well in terms of the combo game. They are managing to hold on to those combos for quite a while, despite having Aiden drop there. Rising and Okinawa are also down, so this could go back in favor of Russia once the combos catch up a little.
Yeah, this part's one of the more difficult sections though, but they're reeling them in as it stands. Oh, not quite. And a break from Neko DS resets the combo. No more combo gain. It's going to sit even at about 30k of advantage as it stands, with a bit of combo lead in favour of Germany, just by a whisker. Not a lot though. We're going to see it this next break, assuming no other breaks here.
So getting into that halfway point, they see where the combos are at, they see it's 2 against 2. Pressure builds for both teams. Germany does have that slight combo advantage and accuracy advantage as well. But any full combo drop from this point is going to be detrimental for either of the 2 teams. This is still so close.
Yeah, it's sort of the break how close it is. It's tense. This is a tense situation. Next big chorus. If there's going to be breaks, it'll be here.
Blue Sky dropping, Rising dropping, but both full combos for Russia holding on there. This is going to go back in favor of Russia if they can hold on just that little bit longer. Fallen dropping there. Oh my goodness. Combo advantage is still in favor of Russia right now, though. Blue Sky with another mid. It's Dust Ice versus Kitsu.
Neko DS found a few breaks.
Dust Ice drops!
Oh, the streak, it's over!
That's huge. The streak is over. There will not be a 6th full combo from Dust Ice on this match so far. And it's going back in favor of Russia.
Oh my goodness, it's just Allumetry, Kitsu on Osu.
Allumetry.
On a map
Crazy performance. Doing work for the Russian side. Aiden also, despite having the early drop, managing to get a 1k combo at the end there.
Okinamo and Aiden bringing it back well in that later stage, comboing the final big tough section. But it's all eyes on Allumetry. Putting in the work.
Yeah, that is a standout performance on that map. My goodness. Dust Ice almost had it. Had the one miss there. But I mean, the side of Russia, they did really, really well to get those combos. Germany as well, but I mean, you just had a few drops in inconvenient places for them. Oh, this match. This match
is insane. And poor Dust Ice, that could have been the streak continued. It really was a bit of a silly miss, but hey, you can't blame him the way he's been playing. You can let him have one.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing pretty well against my typical cursing, but, you know, you gotta have it happen sometimes. You're not immune, players. You're not immune.
4-4. Russia with the next pick. That was a good break point. The double time hold that Germany have had after that last one is over. Allumetry and Aiden saving that one.
I'm going to tell you one thing, Dooms. I really, really want to see a tiebreaker between these two teams. If there is two teams that I want to see play this tiebreaker, it's Russia and Germany.
Yeah, they seem perfectly suited for this tiebreaker. It's a super high star rating, mechanically focused map.
Based on their choices of maps so far, we've seen Everything Will Freeze, we've seen the Senya map, we've seen, you know, Romantic Fall, we've seen all sorts of things which basically call for that map.
I mean, all paths leads to that clearly, but well, the thing is, whenever we say that, we never get it. So I mean, yeah.
No tiebreaker, please. Don't give us a tiebreaker, all right?
Nah, you know what? I don't really fancy a tiebreaker this round. Nah.
I don't want to see these two teams play on a tiebreaker. Nah. How about US and UK? We'll see those two teams play.
Yeah, I mean, what? So what's next then? They are thinking it over. 1 DT remains. It's high speed but low AR DT. Oh, and they're going for Sha. Curious pick. This is a nasty one. Handsome, weird tech with weird patterns and tricky sliders.
Not to mention circle size 6.
Yep.
Which is very, very small circles. Ant size.
Teeny circles. Gotta squint at them. It's a long map too. This map's got some really weird alternating patterns that make you switch back on little doubles. The rhythms are really quite strange, so accuracy is a big deal. Accuracy tanks can be very possible. Like, an actual legitimate tactic is to get like 94 or less just to keep combo, because it's that sort of map. If we're going to see cheesing on any map, it's going to be this one, you'd think. And looking at the scores, both teams, I don't want to say struggled, but the scores were both below 2 million for both teams. Both teams finding a lot of breaks on this in the previous.
Yeah, this map is going to be very interesting. I think this one could go either way, but based on how both of these teams are playing, I'm expecting something kind of close, unless we have some player, you know, have a standout performance or something like that. It is possible on a map like this because, you know, with breaks happening everywhere, there might be that one player who holds on and makes the big difference.
On paper, Russia had this in the previous head-to-head by a good amount, over 300k, but yeah, good luck being consistent on this. We'll see how they do now, though.
I mean, with how these two teams have been performing, I wouldn't be surprised if both teams outshine their previous. We've seen it happen on quite a few maps so far. Let's have it happen on this one too.
True that.
What do you see out there, Doomsday? Is it a circle?
I don't know. Too small.
Then again, you'd probably be fairly familiar with a lot of these kinds of maps, having, you know, being an old map player. The good old days of nothing but circle size 5 and 6 and whatnot.
Yep. That's how you made maps harder. In 2010, you just made the circle size smaller. And just have the same mapping.
Call it harder insane and you're done.
Yep. Bring back CS10.
Bring back CS10. Yeah. With that said, got a couple of drops coming in. Neko DS, Talala dropping along with Akinamo and Hala Watcher, and Fallen. As I say that, drops happening everywhere. It's expected on a map like this. You can't even call me a curse and tater for this one.
That's the first
all combos.
section done.
Yeah, all combos dropping for Russia. Dust Ice and Rising still holding on to full combo. As I say that, Rising drops. There's my curse and tater happening. Because that's not a spot you would characteristically miss on, but...
Right on cue. I mean, the spot is kind of awkward. The spot is breakable. But not for Dust Ice, clearly.
I mean, at the moment, Germany looking very favourable on this map. Just at the halfway section, we've got a long break, so, you know, grab a drink, take a break, kick back and relax.
Yep, you gotta make yourself some tea while I wait for this to start back up. And guess what? The players have plenty of time to reflect as well on what's about to happen. None least of which Dust Ice, who has by far the highest combo in the room. Next highest is 400 combo behind him. And that's on his own team, so he's thankful for that.
Yeah, one thing I actually wonder about this map is whether or not the longer break actually calls for more nerves. You know, you get to see how your team is doing. You sort of sit there and, like, you get a longer chance for the pressure to build. I wonder if having that long break makes an impact on that kind of thing. Probably not. If anything, maybe it gives you a chance to calm down, actually. But yeah, Dust Ice is just running away with this.
Yeah, he's really putting his team on his back at this point, with Okanamo holding the little bags.
I mean, I said it last time, I'd be really surprised if he got the 6th FC on that other map, but if it's the 6th FC on this map, I am not going to know what to say after.
Yeah, on all maps, this is one of the hardest ones to just pull out an FC on command, just because all that weirdness. So the Russian players doing well as well. Alimetri and Talar and Neko DS all comboing through this section well, but it's too little too late because the German combos in that first tough section really just pushed them too far ahead. That second section is probably harder to hold combo than the first one. I think Okanamo is having a few internet issues, so he's a little bit behind. Let him catch up, but the score is looking like it's going in Germany's favour pretty comfortably. I think we can say that Okanamo hasn't even finished and they're ahead by 300k because of that Dust Ice score. And Okanamo's combo, has to be said. It's another Dust Ice special, another FC from him. Decent act for this map as well. 96.8 is decent for this on Score V2.
I mean, honestly, Dooms, I would be saying things right now, but I don't know what to say. I told you, I said I'd have no words after that, and they're just not there.
We're running out of superlatives to describe Dust Ice's play right now. Like, so far, he has been legitimately the MVP of the entire tournament so far. If he keeps up this level, what can Germany do? Assuming they can get past Russia, who are still on their tail. It's been the team performance from Russia managing to hold off some of the individual performances that Germany have put out. that was a breakpoint. Another one. A lot of breakpoints in this match. But I guess with this map pool, it's kind of hard to pick stuff you know you're going to win, right? So we'll see what happens here. Germany with the next pick. And they are going for the hidden. Hidden one, which is... let's give this a go. Utsukushi Kodoku. Oh yeah, I got it for a bit. This is a disco map. It's approach rate 9, so that's fairly comfortable for most people to read on hidden. Slightly lower than the average. Most people have an AR 9.2, but the weird patterns is what makes this tough. This map has a lot of tricky patterns, lots of overlapping notes, lots of velocity changes, slider velocity changes, burst stream velocity changes, weird rhythms, doubles, quads, and a few 1/3 streams to boot. It's very rhythmically challenging, and it's a long map too, so you need to be consistent at this sort of thing. And the thing with hidden is neither team are very well known for their hidden. Both teams don't usually go for this sort of thing unless they have to. Normally the strength lies in the likes of Double Time and Hard Rock. Looks like Dust Ice is having a few little connection issues. We'll try and get him back in. But in the meantime, if you haven't already, if you pick up an OS World Cup support banner to support the teams, to support the tournament, if you so wish. Provides for the tournament prize pool. And the players feel it. They get good mojo every time. Helps them perform better. $2.50 in the OSU store. And of course it helps support the tournament. And if you predict the team right that wins the tournament, you get a shiny animation at the top of your user page to say you predicted it right. So let's see what happens here. The players are starting to swap out. Still hanging on to see if we can get Dust Ice in here. They'll certainly want to get Dust Ice in. Watching them swap out and try and sort out this issue. A break to have a breather. This match has just been so fast-paced. The level of play has been incredible. But the thing with breaks like this is it can be detrimental. It can aid you in calming yourself down and, you know, lowering your heart rate, but it can also hurt your warms. You might be playing a lot to try and stay prepared. And breaks like this can, you know, they can knock you off your case a bit. Depending on the player. Some players like to Alt-tab and do something else to occupy them in the meantime when breaks like this happen. And that's a good tactic. So you're not sitting in the room twiddling your thumbs. Getting nervous. Alright, Dust Ice re-enters the room. He is back. Dust Ice is an older player. Reading maps like this on approach rate 9 should be a decent shot for him. I believe he actually has number 1 on this map. With hidden, if I recall correctly. So for sure, if anyone's going to be playing this map, it's going to be him. But yeah, historically, hidden hasn't been the strongest suit for either of these teams. But the way they've been playing, maybe they're just feeling it. Or they want to go for that because they know the other team isn't necessarily the strongest on it either. But Okinatori comes in here, a very solid hidden player. He did really well on the low approach rate free mod. He played that hidden. Had the best score on his team, I think, if I recall. It's a little bit of a tense situation, but if this works out for Germany, it puts them on match point. And within a whisker of top 3 for the first time since 2014 for them. Bunch of early breaks in the early stages. Just one FC left on both teams, Aiden and Dust Ice, but Gnarly has a good combo breaking very early on. But Aiden breaks, no FCs left on Russia, entering the chorus, and the only big combo is, guess who? It's Dust Ice.
Yeah, it's not looking good for Russia at the moment. This is a bit of a rough start for them. Still plenty of time in the map though.
Yeah, for sure. Just a little bit of this chorus to go. But it goes into a slow part, and if Dust Ice gets there with that slow part, it's pretty huge. Here come doubles. Finger control required here. Bancho giving us some suspense. What's going to happen? Russia are building some nice combos across the board. 3 good combos, whereas the only real high combo on Germany's side is Dust Ice. Gnarly bringing it back, but they ain't going to get too far at this point. There's the slow part. 300k of advantage for Germany. Oh, but Gnarly breaks.
Looking very convincing for Germany at the moment. But still enough time if some of those combos break.
I think it could be quite close as long as Russia hold on. 3 high combos. They have the combo advantage here. Not by much.
They need to see a drop from Dust Ice, Okinamo, and or Halo Watcher. Preferably more for a comeback, but not enough time. We're into the last slow section. As I say that though, Dust Ice does break.
Hang on. Hold on. Oh,
I don't think there's enough time, Dooms.
No, there isn't. There's not many notes here. Not enough notes to finish that off, but they were reeling Germany in at the end. But it wasn't to be. Dust Ice doing the work. It's not an FC, but it's damn near close. MVP once again. And that was absolutely vital as well to take that point. It was close.
You know the crazy thing about this match so far? This is the first time a team has broken away with a little bit of a lead.
That's true.
It's been back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Germany are 6-4, match point. Russia needs to take 2 points and a tiebreaker for them to win this. Germany needs to secure 1 point or a tiebreaker.
Well, at the moment, Russia have the next pick, so they have some leverage here to keep things going. They just need to break 1 point. But what's remaining? There's Oka Enbu, it's an alternating style no mod. There's Kakashi Goto, which was the last pick for Russia last time. Fairly standard, extremely no mod. There's Spider Dance, which is a jumpy hidden. There's 1 DT remaining, AR8 DT, and there's Completeness under Incompleteness free mod, which is CS5 sort of standardish no mod. Or standardish free mod, rather. Probably
I think when it comes to this match, double time is probably going to be a big risk factor. Oka Enbu, I can't expect seeing from either of the 2 teams. I'm not sure if Russia is going to want to dive into something like that. Kakashi Goto is a possibility. I think that's something that they might want to go for. Spider Dance, I think both of these teams usually want to stay away from hidden, but Germany feeling a little bit adventurous, obviously, in that last pick.
Yeah, that's definitely a bit of a let's see how this one goes. I think Kakashi Goto is going to be a decent choice for either team, to be honest.
Probably that, or Ataguru, maybe.
Yeah. The older style DT is going to be decent for either team, you'd think. But it is going to be Kakashi Goto. Final pick, once again, for Russia. They did this last match too, and they had a very good performance. It's what sealed the point, and it was decisive as well. Hoping for the same thing here. Well, they need it to keep their tournament life on the line. So this is fairly standard, quite balanced, but definitely the big party piece of this are the big spaced streams. Especially about 2/3 in, there's a really nasty spaced circular one. Both players have stream demons, but Russia have performed very well on streams this week.
Yeah, they started out strong with streams as well. They did really well on Enigma in particular.
Yeah, if anything, this is... Well, it's not an analog to Enigma, but it's fairly similar. A lot of the similar skill sets come into play here, so... I've seen some similar players. Red Pixel coming in for this one, who FC'd Enigma earlier. Alametri had an excellent play on this on last match, but I think he actually missed the first few notes, Alametri. I don't think that was Bancho lag. I think he just didn't play for the first 5 notes. Match point. Germany win here will take them into top 3.
I'll be honest, as much as those misses at the beginning might not seem like a lot, misses play a big role, especially if they're consecutive. So if those were a lot of misses or 100s in the beginning, like you can already see the point difference happening for Russia right now.
Well, first break from Germany is from Dust Ice. The rest of his team are backing him up well, and they have the lead.
Hello Russia falling. Fallen falling as well as Red Pixel. It's Talala versus Rising and Okinamo.
Yep. First chorus done, first big set of streams are done. Well, there's another spaced one coming up now. The thing is now, Dust Ice has been the pillar of this German team, but it's up to the rest of the team now to carry this one home. Rising with the only FC on the German team here against Talala.
The thing is though, despite having Dust Ice and Red Pixel miss so early, those two are ones that are really good at making a comeback. You know, despite having early misses, they are bound to hold on to something. Can't count them out in particular.
Yeah, but the harder parts to come, you think Dust Ice would be able to deal with that, and you think most people are going to break when you reach that point, so still plenty of time for him to contribute here.
Oh, that's not good for Germany at all combo resets. Talala did happen to drop on the Russian side though. It's Illumitry versus Dust Ice right now.
Yep, definitely spoke too soon. Here's where Dust Ice can pull it off again. It is completely even, but the score lead's so minor. But here comes the big stream section, the toughest part of the entire map. Alametri breaks though.
And Dust Ice comboing through that.
That's absolutely massive. That is definitely the toughest part of this map. And that is a big combo lead to take through it. Dust Ice has the ability now to seal the deal.
A fail on this map would be extremely uncharacteristic, but yeah, this is looking to go well in favor of Germany. Unless we have some sort of fail happen at the end, I don't think there's any opportunity for Russia to make a comeback.
Yeah, in terms of that score, I think that's all she wrote. Talala's combo ain't enough, I'm afraid. They need to hope for fails, and honestly, I don't think this map has much of a fail potential.
Dust Ice did happen to drop, but they don't have the combos to respond.
I don't think 570 is going to be enough. It's going to make it close though, but I don't think it's going to be enough. They need more here.
We got drops happening left, right, and center.
A lot of breaks from Germany, but they have so much score lead. They are real. Oh, Russia is reeling them in though. That is all of a sudden becoming very close, but
it is getting really close at the end. Not enough.
It's not enough. That ending was getting quite tense, but in the end, it was a win by about 90k for Germany, and that is the show. The winner is Germany.
Dust Ice and Rising doing a really solid performance on that map. In particular, Talala did really well, best in the lobby on that map in fact. But Germany taking that one 7-4. They have secured themselves a badge. Russia has also secured themselves 4th place in this tournament. Very well played by both of these teams. What a match, Dooms. What a match.
God, that was incredible. Both teams playing out of their minds. Definitely the highest level match we've had so far in this tournament. They can both go home happy after that, I'll tell you.
Not to mention, like, both of the teams stepped up from their previous performances, you know, from the Germany match against Japan, the Canada match with Russia. They both played better in terms of the maps that they played. It was just insane overall.
Yeah. I think after that level of play, Germany are going to be feeling pretty confident about whoever they end up facing next week, for sure. But I just want to say